Hey guys, welcome back to the channel, and today we're going to be reacting to...
I'm much happier living in Greece than in the US. Here's how much it costs. Let's see how much
I wonder who's this person.
What?
I wonder who's the person.
Well, it's actually on CNBC channel, so it's on the news
Yeah.
channel, so yeah, I don't know. Let's see.
I think I've always really known that I wasn't supposed to be in the US. I've never really felt like I truly belonged there. Working as a digital nomad, I'm able to spend my days with my family.
You know, I can kind of understand what she felt, because I feel like that's how I felt in Lithuania too. I felt like I didn't belong there, so I can kind of get the feeling.
And with my husband, and it's honestly made such a huge difference in our life. Being in the United States, it's all about hustle culture, and really your work is tied into your productivity. But here in Greece, especially just a European mindset, is rest is really valued, and it's something that's made a really big difference in our life. My name is Sarah Celeste West. I'm a luxury travel concierge and a...
136K, that was a year? That's a
I
lot
think
of
so.
money.
That's a lot.
That's a lot of fucking money. You can live well off in the States with that amount of money.
travel content creator currently living in Greece.
If you erase that one in front of the amount 36K, okay, then we can talk. Damn. Millennial money? That's the segment? She moved there in June. So recent.
After I had my daughter, I was working for a German company at the time as a contractor in the United States, and because I was a contractor and not an employee, I didn't qualify for maternity leave. And when I started to find, other content creators, especially through social media on TikTok, talking about all of the different things that countries do for women, for children, for families, it really started to get me thinking of, well, maybe they do it better abroad.
I know for here, people have to really plan it out.
What, the pregnancy?
Yeah, for maternity leave,
Yeah.
so it can fall, especially for teachers, so that it can land somewhere, when you have time off, because there's no more school, but then you want to also get some extra time so you can spend some time with the kid after it's born, so you time it out as best as possible.
Yeah, contractor, I don't know how. I think in Europe, contractors don't get maternity leave either, though. Because contractor is not exactly an employee of a company, so I don't see how that would be different. We'll see, maybe she talks about it, but to me, contractor, I don't know.
My husband was actually a restaurant manager, and I worked in the travel industry. So it was very similar to a company like Kayak or Airbnb.
71K as a travel concierge with the packages for... Okay, and that's a lot of money. I mean... As of she has made about 65 against sponsorship. So she's making like 130 plus guys? Come on.
Being in the travel industry full time and also being able to be a travel content creator has been an absolute
But the thing is,
dream.
she doesn't work just one job. She has to work two jobs.
Two jobs, basically. Yeah, if you want to say part-time jobs, maybe. But still, that's two jobs. I mean, she's making a lot of money, granted. That's a lot of money. But in Greece, I think that's...
I don't know if it's part-time.
It's a little content creator is part-time gig. She does if she posts, she doesn't sit there 8 hours a day filming content on TikTok. I don't think so. I would hope not.
Job for us, and I wouldn't have it any other way. So June was an interesting month for us because we had a lot of unexpected expenses. We did know the application fees that we were going to need to pay for the digital nomad visa, but because we also wanted to make sure that...
You know what's interesting? She's got like a digital nomad in the visa. Remember we reacted to the guy who lives in Bulgaria, I think? He said in Greece it's hard to kind of immigrate. Didn't he say that? Something like that? That it's hard to attract people coming. So that's interesting that she got the visa.
That the visas were done right and properly the first time. We went ahead and also hired an attorney, which was also an additional expense. We had a couple of friends come visit us that month, so we were also entertaining as well, so eating out a lot more than we typically do. And also one of the things that I've been able to do, because we're able to live on one income abroad, and also too because the cost of living is much lower, I put as much as I possibly can into paying our debt. at the time of leaving the U.S., we had about $72,000
Such a high income.
High spending?
Of debt. We did partner with a financial advisor who really kind of helped us figure out a way in which we could be strategic about managing the debt. Of course, one of the biggest things that's been super helpful is that I'm able to bring my job with me. This allows me to pay down my debt and earn a salary while still being able to travel and see the world. So we are still in a place where we're still paying down that debt. But, the way I look at it is my debt is going to be the same whether I'm here in Greece, traveling and living abroad, or whether I'm in the United States. So, if I have to pay down the debt, I might as well pay it down with a good deal.
Using her earnings from brand sponsors. Okay, I'm not a little confused about the point of this video.
Me too.
Why are we talking about her debt? I want to learn.
I think it's because I think because the app. I think whatever she used to pay down the debt is like kind of like sponsoring this post.
I guess. I don't know.
By the end of this year, we will have been able to pay down a little over $20,000, and we're going to continue to keep chipping away at it.
Austin, Texas.
We lived in Texas at the time, and it was absolutely devastating to hear this news, but unfortunately it wasn't surprising to me, and it was truly in that moment that I knew I needed to get my daughter out of the U.S. for her safety.
That she's leaving Texas, because there's people who move to Texas, but I don't think in high rates as opposed to other states that people typically move to.
They say Texas is a good growing state. It's a pretty good economy, no income tax, I believe. A lot of land is not too expensive.
But they pay a lot in other taxes, though. Yeah.
I'm not sure.
Because the property, it could be appealing in price, but there's other fees to take into account.
Yeah, I'm not too familiar with Texas like that. Boundless life works. Yeah, this seems like it's a sponsored video.
Yeah, I wanted to see. I thought you were gonna see her in Greece.
Reading the title, I thought it would be more like she's going to do her daily life.
But I think this is more focusing on her finances.
Right, because we're seeing she's spending $15,000 a month in Greece. I'm like, come on, bro.
I took the idea to my husband. I said, look, this is a 3-month program that we could do. We could test this out, see if this is something that we could see ourselves doing. My husband was definitely very hesitant about the idea to live abroad. I think we were only like a month in, and we were on the train on our way from central Portugal to Lisbon, which is about a 45-minute train ride. And I said, I really love our life here. And he said, me too. And so we kind of looked at each other and said, I think we're going to sell everything. And he was completely on board. By the end of this year, as digital nomads, we will have been to 14 countries together.
It's kind of tough traveling like that with a daughter. I mean, I guess if she's not of school age yet, cool. But when she starts attending school, like, you kind of got to settle down a little bit. I don't know why they hop in countries like that.
As a family, which is incredible. Portugal, of course. Greece, where we are now. And we also this summer spent some time in Albania, which we really enjoyed. And also Belize and Mexico have been some of the places that we've stayed at the longest, where we've really gotten a chance to experience local life. As a Black woman, living and traveling through Europe has been so incredibly liberating. I feel so free here. I just get to exist in peace, and I'm not worried about someone following me around at the store or, treating me differently because of my skin color. I'm just seen as an American here. One of the biggest reasons we decided on Greece was because their digital nomad visa process was much more convenient for us. We could actually apply for our residency visa from within Greece. So that digital nomad residency visa allowed us 2 years in the country. And we could also stay in Greece while our paperwork was processing. We were also able to apply digitally. We hired an attorney because all of the paperwork has to be translated. It made it so much easier to have assistance.
Expenses don't seem too much. $6,000 to move, that's, I would assume flights, shipping, everything. That's not a sick. Seems okay, not outrageous.
I get this question all the time is why did we decide on Greece? And there's a few different reasons for that. I wanted to be able to raise my daughter in a safe environment, and that's exactly what we were able to find here in Syros, Greece. The island is incredibly safe. One of the other biggest reasons was the cost of living. My husband and I were both working full time, and in order for us to save on childcare costs, we were...
I mean, the rent is similar, but the electricity, water, internet, house cleaning included, so, you know, that's a solid couple $100. So, okay.
Working opposite shifts from each other, and that also meant that
health insurance, that's a lot of money in the US. As long as they pay. Oh, okay.
we never really saw each other. So what we've really been able to achieve by living abroad has been getting more time back for us as a family, and we spend so much...
Maybe very like low deductible or something. I don't know. That's a lot of money.
A lot of money.
$1,000 a month in insurance.
Time together now that we're a nomadic family. We can afford to live on one income, which has been the biggest change for our family, to be able to spend more time with each other, to just have a slower pace of life. And also, you know, this is amazing for my daughter to have so much time with her father, and, you know, for him to have that time as a dad that most dads don't get a chance to do. I feel like when we were living in the US, even though we're making more money, we still felt like we were living paycheck to paycheck, and we just couldn't enjoy the little things. But
well, cost of living is cheaper,
but
so
in
that's
Texas,
why you feel that.
In Texas, living paycheck to paycheck?
Well, it's hard to say. You know, maybe they lived a little luxurious, because I think they did it a little luxurious, because that's how else they would have racked up the debt. They must have, you know, lived a little... Because this is not mortgage debt either. This is credit card debt. So, you know, this is a little different. They must have spent money.
Once we came here to Greece and just to many other countries in Europe, we were able to afford those little luxuries. You know, just going to take a stroll and getting some gelato, or, you know, having some coffee at a cafe. Take a really inexpensive ferry to another island for a day trip. It's been tough having to miss, you know, big moments with our family, whether it be birthdays or holidays. But honestly, I would give everything in order for us to be able to live this lifestyle. One of the things that I'm really looking forward to now that we have really found a home here in Greece is...
Of this video?
Yeah.
Being able to grow our family. And although I did have a really positive experience in the United States with my pregnancy, with my delivery, I know that it's going to be an even better experience birthing abroad, and I'm really excited for that. I can honestly say I don't feel like we'll ever move back to the U.S. permanently. It is truly such a more fulfilling, more richer life abroad. The experiences that we've been able to have as a family abroad, just being able to see the world, to meet new people, to experience a new language, culture, traditions, is just so special, and something that we aren't really exposed to enough in the United States. So while I know that we won't be nomadic forever, I definitely know that our home is outside of the U.S.
Interesting. I definitely felt like the video was promoting something, but I couldn't figure out what they're promoting either.
Can I see the comments?
Yeah. The American is now to save enough money to leave.
Wow.
I'm debt free with 0 kids, and I thought it'd be crazy for me to move abroad. I really need to take more risks in life. I love her a lot, but a lot of haters in the comments. She's living like That's my friend and fellow creator. I love Greece. The people are so friendly.
Okay. Guys, of course, let us know your thoughts. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Join the Discord and the Zoe's. Share as much kindness as possible.